Hey yo, Dermacho here. And yep, I got a request to do Vampires the Masquerade. Got to New York, and tomorrow night, we are gonna do some Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, it was basically a request to stream these two games. So I'm gonna be doing that. So today we're gonna do a bit more of Coteries from New York. Hello. Right. I haven't read Discord, by the way. I haven't done that yet. But yes, so who would you like to go talk to? Because we have Benoit. Alright, we shall go to him. Now, this is halfway through night 12 out of 16. I believe it's 16 nights. Alright, you start to look at churches differently since your last encounter with Benoit. You're not sure what happened inside, but it was unavoidably real. You felt it. It was the Christmas spirit. Yes, this is a Christmas in New York. Yes, yes. The burning is just believing in Santa, and it will burn us quite a lot. When Bernard mentioned being in the presence of Father Anthony's faith would eventually kill someone if you, an undead being, you believed him. I believe that, well, it doesn't seem to be very common though. In New York, you pass thousands of people every night, and none of them have made you feel so afraid and insignificant. All right. If you were to encounter someone like Father Anthony in subway or nightclub, you would know. Yeah, you'd know. It'd stand out. A priest in a nightclub stand out by miles. There are many churches in the five boroughs, and you're pretty sure most of them don't contain someone with faith that can touch you in this way. Yet you become wary. They just might. Still, tonight the cathedral looks as before, a striking landmark acting as a symbol of faith for people who have no idea that vampires exist in their midst. For them, questions of faith and myth are theatrical or philosophical. For you, those questions should need to find the meaning of your new existence. You sneak into the cathedral like an old hand, and if going to church has been a regular part of your life. Inside the cathedral is almost deserted. You're not sure if you'll meet the night alone. The idea of fearing and Father Anthony's faith on your undead flesh freezes you with terror. The night alone for you in the front pews of the cathedral, in that same spot where you saw Father Anthony. Where you approach, but you don't feel a touch of faith that struck you before. Benoit nods as you sit next to him in the pew. Number one, aren't you worried? Number two, I have some questions. And number three, many kindred wonder what we are. I wonder that too. Pat me back. Oh, that's right, yes. Now then, as I do this, I have to do one quick little thing. I'll do it at the same time. Doing this as well. So I will still pick out the things, still pick out the question. I'll still pick out the answers, look by you saying things. I just realised I have approximately 50 minutes to get this one model washed, and then that's it. I've done my quota. I've done my timed thing. But yes, which one? Number one, number two, number three. You may pick. You may pick. Yeah. Anyone else wondering what these noises are? I've been painting for probably yeah. I've been getting back into painting things. Alright. Okay. I'll keep it there. Okay, I don't like this. Okay. Okay, I know there's a lot of kindred. Worried about what we really are. You can walk away. Many of our kindred choose to live in ignorance and what is there. Okay, was we meant to be damned. Okay, that's getting a bit dark there quick. Alright. But most people must regard presence a question of faith. When I touch that instantly, it feels like truth. Yeah, I can honestly believe it does feel like truth. Considering that, well, the fact that the fact that he was burning us physically. We were burning. We were sizzling. It was not. We were like, I don't know. It was bad, and we don't want to feel that bad again. No, we don't. Okay, but don't you feel this intense as he speaks? It's clear these questions have consumed his existence. Perhaps they'll consume yours too. I hope they're not. I hope they don't. Alright, number one, I can't stop thinking about divine purposes. Number two, this is kindred culture. Or number three, what does the Chimera believe? Oh, pretty good questions. Which would you put? Alright. What does the Chimera believe? The old ones? That kind of sounds like a build up to something. I don't know why. It's true the elders are not always so good at teaching. Okay. Teaching their children, maybe the Chimera would function better if we all knew these stories. Yeah, that is actually kind of true. That would probably make life a lot easier for a lot of people to actually know this kind of thing. When I look some reflective make sure nobody's listening, the only few people in this enormous cathedral, and they don't seem to be interested in too long and murmuring to each other in the front room. Yeah, I'd leave them alone, because of that. It might be ancient history, things happened thousands of years ago, but times work differently for that kind. That is very true. I forgot to do something. The truth that there are Methuselahs still in existence who walked the earth when Jesus was alive. Oh, that's interesting one. Now, only problem is that old empires lie, they're just history to suit their egos. And who is supposed to believe? That is the question. Who do we believe in? Oh, we got a question. Oh, number one, you can talk to different elders. Number two, show something that's written down. Or number three, let's focus on what we can verify. Why am I doing that? Then we're on the paintbrush. Pointing to the screen. Number two. Okay. Surely something. There we go. Yeah, I kind of knew I forgot to do something. Okay, so run down before my screen was established. Of course, the Trim may have many interesting manuscripts in their libraries. I've seen a few. If you have the chance, I recommend looking at them. Well, that basically means in our TRPG sessions, your librarian could potentially be able to find these manuscripts. Potentially. Hidden away in the library. In like the back areas. Not the, steamy robot stuff. I mean underground. Not at the back rooms. God cursed Cain as punishment of the murder of Abel. Cain walked the night shunned by humanity and drank blood to sustain himself. Even from the point of our origin, we are damned. That is that's grim. That's really grim, Okay, however, the story becomes really interesting when we move forwards. Cain creates more of our kind. That's good. He's not feeling alone. That's the important bit. Okay, Cain came out and often referred as the second generation. Now, considering in the edition we're playing at the moment, this is like the 16th generation, and that's like in the 2020s. This raises what were the 3rd and the 11th generations at? So I get the feeling the ancient vampire that may be written into like the RPGs are going to be like 11th or 10th generation. So that ones that date back further from the centuries, like century. I get the feeling Bloodlines 2 were going to be like an 11th generation potentially. So pretty much like from like two centuries, 2 to 3 centuries roughly, so 250 years old, something like that. They lived in the first city later called Enoch, ruling openly over the city's human inhabitants. I see the first city as Cain's redemption, cursed by God to wander. He remade himself as a ruler and lawgiver, acting as an immortal shepherd to humanity. He sounds pretty alright with brutally honest. He doesn't sound evil, he doesn't sound anything malicious. It's just someone who was cursed and he made the best of the situation he had, you know? It only started going wrong. The second generation begat the third and vampires started to run amok. So basically, it was his children. His children messed up, pretty much. That's what it sounded like. You know, his grandchildren started running amok. His grandchildren generation. So the 3rd generation, number 1, number 2, what happened to the first city, and number 3, vampires ruled openly over humans. Which one? I'll try and at least get to. I don't know. We'll try and see how long I play before I start feeling like I need to doze. Yeah. Number 1. Yes, the 3rd generation. So his grandchildren was causing the issues. Yeah. So the 3rd generation. Wait, it's known as the what? Antediluvians. The progenitors, members of the dreaded 3rd generation and founders of the 13th. Oh! Wait, does that mean we're all related to Cain? Does that mean every vampire is actually, in some sense, related to him? The fact he was the original, he bit the 2nd generation, which then led down the line and we're all just children of Cain. I'm surprisingly thinking very deeply tonight. I don't know why. I haven't been drinking, so that's even more confusing. This is all very intriguing. Who founded the great vampire clan? Who can trace the direct lineage of blood to the antediluvian of your clan? We know much more about them than we. Oh, what? That seems really out of the blue, did that? That seems really out of the blue. That was really out of the blue, was that? Or what is the. Oh, I mean this one I'm playing right now. There must know about the generation that we know about the 2nd generation. After the first city, Cain largely departs. Well, this is one of the narrative games. All of Darkness do them, but then again, get games like Bloodlines, Redemption, stuff like that. It's a little, it's a bit more involvement into it, bit more involvement and direct compared to this. Oh, I am surprised. Okay, largely departs from the story. Perhaps he was disheartened by the depredations of his descendants. The antediluvians went on to build second city in imitation of the first, but was doubtful their rule was just. All depends on people's views, really. I mean, sometimes it is better to sit down to do this. I mean, I don't know my wording. I'm trying to figure out the best wording for it. I'm trying to think of the best wording. Run out with this. I mean, true, there is like a balance thing. But more narrative games, like, I mean, there are games just like text-based and you gotta type in that. They might be interested to do them one day. But I'm not too sure. I mean, we are close to the end of this game. On the second half of the 12th night and the 16 nights. Then there comes Shadows of New York, which is the sequel to this one. But once I've done that game, it's alright then. Yeah. The people moving in the cathedral in both Young and I have made sure no one get close enough to hear you talk. Many of the people you've seen have... Wait, what? Being elderly or disabled, so it's not surprising you hear the squeak of a wheelchair. What alarms you more is that you overhear an older woman speaking with a Russian accent mentioning Father Anthony. Oh, let's find Father Anthony and see if he can help him. From what I've heard, he is an exceptional man. You turn around and see two men and a woman. All three are in their 50s, clearly well worn by life. One of the men pushes the woman in the wheelchair. She's dark-haired and intense, seeming only half in this world. Yeah, exceptional. It doesn't like moles. Wait, what? What would moles have to do with anything? The speaker is shorter than a man, more animated and worried. He's probably a strong man. His youth, perhaps even an athlete. His voice carries a Midwestern accent. We're only interested wherever he likes blank bodies. Wait, what? I got the... Wait. Okay, that's a little concerning. I didn't... Okay, these three obviously might not be, there for an innocent reason. In kindred standards, why? Not innocent. You and Ben look at each other as bad news. Whoever these three are, they cannot be good for you. We need to get out. Let's meet outside. So, shall we do number 1? Walk out right past the mortals. Or number 2, move discreetly to the side. So we just sort of like to slink our way round the side and out without them knowing. Odd. Better not call attention to yourself. Decide to move to the side of the cathedral and pretend to pray at an altar. You walk casually towards the side, away from the three approaching mortals. You feel their eyes boring into your back, but you force yourself to be cool. Bernard is nowhere to be seen. You blink to disappear in a burst of speed. You're worried it was too conspicuous, but maybe the mortals missed it. You pretend to admire the architecture for a while before glancing back at the trio. They have settled at the exact spot you just occupied, apparently waiting for something and conversing in hushed tones. Once you're sure that attention is off, you start walking briskly down the side out towards the exit. That was a close call. It was a close call. Which one would you like to do? Number 1, number 2, number 3? Why do I get the feeling you're going to say number 2? Some weird reason. I get the feeling you're going to say that. I just don't know why. I just get that feeling. Let's double check something. I'll wait for you to reply on Snapchat. Oh, yes. Done it. Wow. I'm happy with myself. I knew it. I knew you were going to pick that one. And my final arc is done. I've done the box. No! I clicked the wrong button. Oh, God. I honestly thought it was over at second one, but my finger slipped. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I think we got out without being seen. You were pretty fast. Such are the gifts of the day. Well, because you once said it, I'll say the line anyway. Basically, the line was, fuck you, Ben Knight. Basically, that was what it was. I didn't mean to click the third one. I'm sorry. I just thought it was over the second one. For a second, Ben Knight looks at you as if he was wondering whether he should say something. There's one thing I've always wondered about the story of Cain. The traditions of Camarilla puts a lot of faith in the relationship between sire and child. You're supposed to follow the example of your maker, yet Cain doesn't really seem to care for the vampires he embraced. Do you think it was a mistake to create our kind? This is actually pretty deep for both what you are at the moment. I didn't expect this questline to be so deep. Oh, right. Number 1, I say a lesbian. Number 2, should make our own way in the world. And number 3, do kindred care what Cain thinks? I'm keeping the mouse cursor well, keeping it up here. And to not get an answer, then I'm going to move it to the number. Because I'm being more careful. Number 2, okay. There we go. We should make our way in the world. All this talk of Cain's hires and child and make me think we're bound to the hierarchy forever. We are, my friend. We are. Unless you want to go anarch. You know I'm Sophie's child and your protege. It's amazing that we share appreciation for all the mythologies of our kind. Considering Sophie has very little interest in questioning spirits. You stared at her. You knew there was something he wasn't telling you. When all that talk about Cain in the first city, you forgot about it. Now the only question, what does this mean? Does Sophie know her child is talking to you? Probably not. Don't hold it against me. I admit finding some pleasure in seeing you suffer the effects of father of his faith. I suppose that's the demon in me. Number 1, that's not cool. Or number 2, I am not your enemy. My finger hurt. Number 1. I'm being very careful now with the mouse because I don't want to click the button. This has been an interesting night for you, isn't it? Alright, so the line goes as follows. Fuck you, that was not okay. Do that again and I'll make sure you regret it. You'll get over it. Yeah, that sounds reality. You know what, we should meet again. We've talked so much about myth that maybe that's cowardly when the reality of faith is right in front of us. I will introduce you to Father Anthony. You nod, unsure whether that's a good idea. The knight walks away and you follow his example, not wanting to hang around the cathedral any longer. The hunger calls you. The city skyscrapers. This all sounds really... Alright, seeming never-ending spot of boroughs or prison, you need to get out, you need to take back control of your life. The memory of your side's frosty blue eyes mock you, tempting you to show your dominance to prove you have guilt to take what you want. Reading, that's just the thing. Coaxing, no ordinary mortal bent to your will, drinking deepened from their life blood. Faces pass you by, while some look more ravaging than others, and you would do right now. You compose yourself, your rational mind fearing that the blatant breach of masquerade and play from the piece of bullshit, calming yourself for victory in and of itself. This semblance of command will have to do for now, but it won't last. You'll need to quench the hunger before it overtakes you and leave me lose control. And now we have to rest for the night. We're now night 13 now. So the request to our presence tonight seems urgent. You find her already waiting for you and clearly pondering something. Just a few minutes of awkward silence before she speaks. I require your assistance, Amanda. There is something of great importance that I need to ask you to resolve for me. You will find what I'm not very surprising, sure, but I need you to hear me out. I need you to contact an important unknown figure in NYC and arrange a meeting for us. Wait, what? Rule number 1, our meetings with allies forbidden. Number 2, I'll be setting a trap, right? And number 3, what business do you have meeting anarchs? I'm actually pretty intrigued about why would they want to meet an anarch. Weird. Which should we do? Number 1, number 2, and number 3? I'm keeping the mouse cursor down there. I don't want to click the wrong button again. Number 3. Yeah, so basically this game this is the 13th night. It means after this, there's only 3 more nights now. That's it. We've done the game. Well, one playthrough anyway, but I'm going to do Shadows after this. But that'd be after doing some Bloodlines, I think. Obviously, you have meeting. Oh, no, they are enemies of the Commanders now, right? That can all be true. There's much bad blood between our factions, but it's not as simple as a state of constant war. You will find that with this, as with many other things, the Commonwealth policies have far more than their share of an hypocrisy inherent in them. It comes hand in hand with using medieval power structures. What we have forbidden to do, the prince may do willingly. Some of these things can be done in the open, whilst others are kept secret as not to invite discord and discontent. I need to contact a man named Talk. Okay, he is an influential member of the movement, and like most of them, very suspicious to come everywhere. That's why I'm sending you to extend my invitation. Really? Right, number one, how do you know he'll talk to me? Number two, why me when I got yourself? And number three, what are you scheming? Yeah, well, when this model's dried, I'm going to put it with the other ones. I can take a picture of them all. Tomorrow. Possibly. Which one? Number one, number two, number three. Let's just throw that. Oh, number three. Alright. Wait. No, that's not it. I think. Okay, I'm probably going to guess it is number three. There. What are you scheming, Sophie? I arranged a meeting what night? I have something to offer Talk, a chance of setting things straight, both for the Anarchs and for us, especially for us. From my limited source adjacent to the movement, I gather that your best chance for you to Talk is the first meet with his right-hand woman, Maya. She's a regular club at a club called Leech Pit. Okay? I think it would be best if you present yourself as an Anarch hopeful, fledgling, looking for a place of belonging. Only after you talk should you mention my name at the meeting. Seems like I'm going to be. Number one, yeah, that makes sense. Number two, I don't know, it sounds risky. And number three, lying to them won't make them trust me. Which one? Number one, number two, number three? Yeah, I am. This is beyond anything I've reached of my first safe. I don't think that's the right approach. Lying to them won't make them trust me. When they find out the truth, they won't be happy and eager to work with me. That might be true, but if you tell Maya outright that I sent you, she'll likely cut you off. She hates our sect, and it will be difficult to make her listen to reason. Okay, fair enough. After tonight, I suggest that we don't speak of this again until you arrange a meeting. There are many who would jump at the chance to use this against us. With Kaiser, you have proven you can get the job done, even requires additional legwork. I trust you to deal with this task as quickly and cover as possible. Okay? Forgive me, that's all the time I can spare tonight. What I'm asking you is a part of a bigger whole. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Alright? Number one, I'll do my best. Number two, it better be, I'm risking my neck here. Or number three, I haven't agreed to do this yet. I want to guess it's even number one or number two, knowing it. Which one? Number one, number two, number three? Number one, okay. Okay, I'll do my best. I know you will. Check with Gregory for the address of the Leech Pit. Have Maya introduce you to Talk. When she does, tell him I wish to meet. Let him pick the time and place, let it be soon. If he proves too guarded, tell him I have something that will help him gather allies against Boss Callahan. That should pique his interest. Good luck, and obviously not a word to this to anyone else, not even any new friends you might have made in recent nights. They stay between us. The way she says that final session suggests I'm not so veiled threat, but her warm smile belies that impression. Oh. You want her to keep trusting you wouldn't want to disappoint her. If I give you an address, the club is in Brooklyn. Apparently it's some kind of heavy metal bar with a dedicated concert. I was supposed to have you to pay by your visit. Oh wow. This is actually pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, the pleasure team with people tonight. You arrive in the middle of the concert, the music is loud and deafening, it takes you a while to get used to it. This is not your scene at all. You can barely focus through the noise, but you grit your teeth and decide to bear it. The sooner you find Maya, the sooner you'll get out of this hole. The group of a dozen patrons are tightly packed together, and the smell of their sweet and youthful excited blood overwhelms you momentarily. It is with some difficulty that you turn the task at hand. You heard your share about the Anarchs and how they fit into Kindred politics, but you will only have your short encounter in Corona Park, which is the basic actual opinion of the faction. That might just be an horrible first impression, but you're keeping your guard up just in case. we kind of need food. We kind of need to get our hunger. We've been getting that hunger message now for the past, I think, 2 times we've done this. Get number 1, mingle with the crowd. Number 2, ask for money at the bar. Number 3, feeding opportunity. So you want number 1, number 2, or nibble? A Christmas nibble. Yes. So which one? Number 1, number 2, or nibble? Oh, number 3. Okay. First thing first, the atmosphere of the place is distracting you with the beast nagging you bed. You put your best foot forward. You first to get out of the way temporarily. The place beams with opportunities. You decide it might be easier to grab a somewhat drunk concert guard that strikes your fancy and see whether they'll be willing to indulge you. Sure enough, you tap a tipsy patron and hit it off quickly. Augmenting your charm with the power of your blood and the interest of time, you don't catch her name. Should be waiting for her boyfriend, but he hasn't shown. She was pretty much ready to dump him anyway, so hey, here's the new beginnings. Another vodka shot disappears down her throat. Alright, he kisses you on the mouth, it's super sloppy, and the alcohol on the breath is at bare. You take your chance and kiss her neck, then bite down. Yeah, her evening drinking definitely cools the way her blood tastes. Alcohol and melancholy. Not a combo you're familiar with. Somebody smacks you on the head and nips you off the girl just as you lick the wounds clean. He throws you to the ground. Uh-oh, it's her boyfriend. The argument that gets into as your victim seemingly immediately sobers and gives you a chance to mix in with your new... gives you a chance with the now suppressing crowd. The concert is over. You hand on your shoulder, instantly turns up and prepared to dodge a punch. Instead, you come face to a lanky woman in a jacket 2 sizes too big for her frame. Oh god, wait. What's Helen Barbara Carter doing here? I didn't know she was in this. Follow me behind the bar, Lake. I got some questions. You better give me snappy answers if you know what's good for you. Alright. She leads you through the bar to the back door that leads into a side room. Indian metal-bound posters are plastered on every wall. Some of them 20 or more years old, judging from the tour dates. An old sticky table and some rickety chairs. The only piece of furniture here. Sit down. Oh god. Number 1, sure. Number 2, I think I'm comfortable. And number 3, why don't you sit down? Which one? Shall I be polite, moderate, or try and dominate? Alright. Sure. You take a seat and the woman leans against one of the walls. My name is Maya. I'm guessing your visit here isn't a happy coincidence. I don't know you, so you're either new to New York or kept an outstandingly low profile. Both sound suspect. Before we take pleasantries further, ask me this. Who do you run with? Right, didn't Sophie tell us that we had to pretend to be a fledgling that wants to be part of it? If that's the case, wouldn't number 3 be the best option? But I'm not too sure. I'll let you pick number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 3. Alright. I'm independent. I don't bow to anyone. Isn't that double? Listen, Fletching, you don't get to be this fresh in the game, not pick a side. Those second Inquisition folks are all too happy to pick on delusional kids like you. So are the cams. They offer you rewards aplenty for your symmetry but never actually deliver. Fortunately for you, there's another option. Before I get to that, let me get one thing out of the way. She leans in. Oh no. If this is some clever plot to oust me from my domain, or if you're just here to spy on me and the movement, I'll make sure you don't enjoy your death much longer. Got it? You can tell it's a purely rhetorical question. Right, here's the pitch. The camera likes to think they're the vanilla option. What with the Prince Beach Panda pretending that they were all in charge. New York has never been fully Cammy City. They might have won the city in '99, but Cams have had their asses handed to them many times over the years. And the movement has been here at least as long as they have. Hell, I moved to NYC before World War II, and that was good well after I saw the camera of what they are. A way to keep us all supervised and in line. The Ivory Tower will tell you that they're the only safeguard and the traditions, and that's kind of the problem. Ivory Tower, another name for the camera. Okay, just making sure. Making sure on the building. There's only one traditional we in the movement should be respected, the masquerade, obviously. Everything else, ask the prince, and she'll tell you it's a logical continuation of the masquerade, but really it should be able to keep the elder powerful in control. Okay? Cucumber says, here's the thing, for all the talk of bloodsuckers being solitary creatures, we need a community to keep up the masquerade. Community, yes, but authority, no such thing. We need a council of peers to keep the assholes in power, drink legends in check, but not a feudal prince to tell you where to feed or who to hunt down when they step on their toes. Okay? Took a brief breath from her indignant rant. Number 1, you and I have a ruler. Number 2, sounds too good to be true. Number 3, structure is good, it brings order. Number 3 does not sound like we want to say that. We'll probably get smacked on the head if we say the third one. Okay, so you and I have a ruler. But leaders sure mustn't follow old Boss Callahan's lead. Number 1, most but not you. Number 2, so I should talk to Callahan. Or number 3, is Callahan like the Anarch Prince? I say even number 1 or number 2, but I'm not too sure. Oh, number 2, okay. Oh, I did it then by accident. So you're saying I should talk to Callahan? No, I'm saying you should. I'm saying you should talk to someone else. If you're concerned about being well received city, you might need to go through Callahan. If you're serious about the Anarch cause itself, he's not your guy. Callahan eats up legends like you and shapes our self-preservation. His position as Baron is mighty shaky now, but leads due to the fact he's backstabbed more than his share of allies. So he's doing what other old fart in a position of power would do. He's doubling down. Negotiations about intimidation is in, tightening ranks as a caution against the Second Inquisition. Okay. She surprises you by hacking and spitting on the ground in disgust. If you spent time with the Count, that should sound very familiar to you. He's no better than Panhard or her cronies out there. Fine. No, you need to contact Talk, and wouldn't you know it if it's your lucky night? Because I'm the lick to do it. Ooh. Alright, number 1, why Talk? Number 2, how is Talk different? And number 3, why can't I just meet him? You know, one of them things. I will say this though, the next time I stream this, I will be aiming to complete it. So, how much we get done in this stream will help with how much I get done next time I stream this. Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3. I'll check my messages real quick as I wait for an answer. Oh, number 2. Okay. There we go. Yep, number 2. How is he different from Callahan? Motherfucker, you're really asking for it? Her anger flares up again. I'll pretend that was just a naive question and not a half-assed jab. Talk is a leader, a local baron who oversees a small domain, but doing a very good job at it. Callahan knows this, so he's giving him shit. Talk is taking it like a champ. He's smart for that. For one of those rebels, he got the patience of a saint. Makes me think back to how things used to be way back, if I started to believe anyway. You want to meet him? I gotta require a show of goodwill first. Okay? What do you have in mind? Number 1? Number 2? Or can I just ask elsewhere? Number 3? No way. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be number 1. I'm gonna guess it's number 1, because, I don't know. I don't know until when you say the answer. I thought so. Okay, that's fair. What do you have in mind? She flashes you a mischievous half smile. I appreciate your readiness, but I don't have the details just now. Ask me at the bar when you're available, and when you're able, I'll leave something for you. We'll take it from there. Now, come on, I gotta go. She walks you out of the bar, and you go to your separate ways. Seems like there's nothing more to do than return to here later and see if Maya really can help you contact talk. We can do more of this. We're gonna do more time, I think. Do you? Well, you get a choice. We could do more of Tam, hopefully get a bit more of the story done. Go to Benoit. I'm not too sure which one would you like to do? Benoit or Tam? Which would you like to do? And now we wait. Tammy. As you open the blinds, you're able to spot a small greyish bird flying off into the night. Looking down, you notice a small piece of paper on the window. Prospect ASAP Tam. Third time's the charm, you think to yourself as you once again cross the gates of Prospect Park and head for Tamika's haven. You're surprised you find her out in the open, sitting on the lawn, surrounded by a host of woodland creatures. No. Birds and squirrels mostly. The critters are even patiently await their turn as you flick seeds at them, looking whimsical in a twisted sort of way. Number 1, hiding in plain sight. Number 2, you wanted to see me. Or number 3, how are you holding up? Number 3. However weak, huh? How are you holding up? Well enough, all things considered. She scatters the remaining seeds on the grass and hops into a heap. I've been doing some digging. The Inquisition has a safe house in Manhattan. I think that's where they're keeping him. The Scarlet one, I mean. I want to pay them a visit. Kill that thing as many of those SI bastards as I go along the way. Number 1, it's a terrible idea. Number 2, isn't that a breach of the masquerade? Or number 3, is it really worth it? These all sound a bit grey-areaed. You know, I weirdly will say this. I think next year I might play more of that Werewolf the Apocalypse. Earthblood. Potentially. Potentially, not too. I need to see how it all goes. See as well, because I want to try and finish games I started. Fuck that. Attacking the government safe house. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't that be considered a breach of the masquerade? Yeah, and that's the least of our worries. Throwing a legion of armed goons standing in our way, an all-powerful vampire, the cherry on top. Oof. Look, I'm not stupid. I know it's risky as hell, and I'm well aware I might not be coming back. There was something I have to do with or without your help. Number 1, looks like I don't have much choice. Number 2, does the editors well know about this? Or number 3, or what the hell, I'm in. So which one? So which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 2? Just out of curiosity, does Raoul know about this master plan of yours? Oh god, he does now. God, he's trying to go Batman. That reminds me, you can play Vampire the Masquerade and have your vampire be like a Batman-esque like character. So basically, you're pretty much still helping people at night, like Batman, kind of like thing. He emerges from the shadows only a few feet away from you. Son of a gun finally managed to sneak upon you. Tamika's eyeballs him when he gets closer. You've seen that look before. She clearly asserted her position, but this time it comes off as a formality rather than an actual challenge. How long have you been there, though? Long enough. I'm still not buying that whole scarred one bullcrap, but taking a bit out of the glittered collective ass is just too good to pass up. I want him. Number 1, better believe it. Number 2, why would your sister lie to you? And number 3, believe it or not, just be ready for it. That all sounds very questionable, but you know what? Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Nearly just did something to the dice. Because I've been sanding down your dice actually a little bit. Oh, if you were still there. Whew, I thought from went down. I lost the one. Luckily, I didn't. So hooray. And yeah, I can't believe it. I have officially done my full box of rocks. Before Christmas Day. Yes. Number 3. Got the hard one, Santa. You see, Santa, it's Christmas. Santa are too fair. Just know it's very real and very dangerous. Yes. Don't leave me cookies and he gets very violent. Fine. Consider me fairly warned. Now, can we move us along and mission to kill me some SI folks? Alright. I guess we could use the help, number 1. Number 2, now you'll lose cannon. On number 3, Tamika. Which one? Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3. I must put a tendon in my wrist then. Ow. I rested my wrist in a very awkward angle, and that's all clickety crack. It's doing cyberpunk stealth moves now. It's just clickety crack. Yeah, those nods were just there. That was actually my wrist, and it wasn't that close to the microphone. Oh, painful. Oh, a little sore. Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm just making sure I don't want to click the wrong button by accident. Okay, I'm gonna guess you said number 3. Go over there. Tamika, you got an opinion? Yeah, guess I know who the alpha is around here. Oh, he should come with us. He's got the right to be there to see the scarred woman with his own eyes. This might can be a pain in the ass, but he's one hell of a fighter. Ooh. There you go, time to seal of approval. It's settled then. Let's go. Fucking finally! And with that, you leave the relatively safety of hospital parts, steering yourself for things to come. And you, wow, okay, that looks really nice, does that? Can you imagine trying to build something like that? I mean, I probably might do for D&D wise, because that looks really good. You could easily have something like that for like a cleric or a paladin-esque themed structure. That looks really good. As you get closer to your destination, you get the sneaking suspicion that Tamika's been pulling your leg. Following her lead, you take the turn from Broadway into Fort Hiram Park. It doesn't seem to make sense. You think to yourself, there's only one spot between here and Hudson River, but it can't be, can it? Sure enough, at the stone facade of the cloisters comes into view. Tamika mentions to you to keep out of sight. How the hell is this well-known tourist trap a hideout for the second Inquisition? Number 1, isn't this place a tourist attraction? Or number 2, the cloisters? Seriously? Which one? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? You get to pick which one. Ow. So yes, I'll say something about tomorrow's the second half of this request is tomorrow's, by the way. I will explain more about it at the end of the stream, just at least have a bit of awareness, and I will mention it again in the next stream as well, to explain it a bit more, just in case if anyone's who's actually joining the stream and don't know why. Which one, number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? I need to know this. I need to know. Oh. Oh. Wait. So does that mean you're gonna open your gift at midnight in 3 minutes? Or are you gonna wait till the daylight to open it? I am just curious because there's also a card in there as well, just to let you know. Yeah, I did do a little clue. I have written a clue for you this year again as well on the tag, so you're aware. Hopefully, I can. I don't actually remember what I actually wrote, what I did for the actual, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. I hope. Yeah. Wait. Isn't this a place of tourist attraction? Only during the day. At night, it says the staging ground for the Inquisition. If my sources were trusted, they usually are, they brought him here for what they call processing. Doubt they'll keep him here for long, though. If we want to get to him, it's now or never. As if on cue, a large, oh god, a group of armed guards walk out of the museum, pushing a gurney with a large steel container on top of it. That's where the word large comes from. As they wheel it out in the open, a trucker manager approaches. The operatives start preparing to load the crate onto the vehicle. Scan the area, taking the head count to make a beat you to it. I count at least 7, possibly more inside. We should do this quietly and take them out one by one. Rana frowns. I say we go in guns blazing, figuratively speaking. If they're more inside, let them come, the more the merrier. Number 1, let's go wave with the frontal approach. Number 2, let's try the sneaky approach. And number 3, why don't I talk to them? I kind of get the feeling doing number 3 isn't going to do anything, and number 1 is going to get us killed. Tamika's rabbit should go in there quietly, take them out one by one. Tamika nods in silence. Fine, let's do this already before you two bore me to final death. You split up, aiming to cover as much ground as possible, sticking to the shadows. You advance, and track one another's progress. Ow. I might make this section so when we're next resting in game, that'll be when I end the stream. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's not that my throat's swelling. That just last night I had a really bad night's sleep. Stuff like that. You hardly notice Amiga cat takes on the first guard, not repeat from him. Trying to keep up, Raul kills one to your left. He's sloppy, taking his sweet last time bleeding the guy out. With his dying breath, the man lets out the yelp, drawing attention of one of his comrades. If the guards fast approaching, you ponder the opposition. Number 1, slice his throat with your fangs. Or number 1, choke him out. Which one, number 1? Which one? Slice it or choke it? It does not sound innocent. But which one are you going to do? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? You get to pick from number 1 or number 2. I might sometime actually try and sort out your masquerade dice. I think I can salvage them. I believe. So number 1 or number 2? Because I know you haven't answered this one yet. I do know that I'm perfect. I remember that number 2. Number 2. Okay. As the guard walks by, you leap out of the shadows and punch him in. You put him in a cushioned headlock. Opting for an on-lever push, you quickly chuck the guy out. Just as you're about to move on, Raoul jumps in and plunges his claws into the man's chest. He then turns towards you and mutters a silent reprimand. No witnesses. 3 down, 4 to go. You keep a steady pace, kept moving across the courtyard, picking off the guards one by one. Tamika does her part, 3 to go. Raoul gets messy again, at least this time it's quiet. With only 2 left, you pick one for yourself and just one of your fellow fails to take care of the other. Tamika's quieter, but Raoul's closer. Which one would you want? Shall we let Tam kill quietly, or should we let Raoul do it because he's closer? So which one? You want silent or closer? It's number 1 or number 2? Oh, and Merry Christmas to everyone now, because it's 2 minutes past midnight. So it's now Christmas Day. Yeah. Which one, number 1 or number 2? Merry Christmas and let Raoul at it. You're not around. I'll encourage you to see him grinning like an idiot as he sneaks up from another guard. The grin soon turns to be very fitting, their expression very quickly. Raoul gleefully taps him on the shoulder. As soon as the guy turns around, the fellow slashes him across the face. Feeling the gooey warmth of his own eyeballs on his cheek, the man lets out a curtain scream. Startled, the final guard turns towards him. As all three of you approach him, the dire reality of the situation hits him like a ton of bricks. Paralyzed from fear, keeps shifting his aim from you to Mika Raoul. He is severely fucked and he knows it. And since you're standing closest to him, you might as well get to the honours. Number 1, mess with him. Or number 2, we can feed from him. We could actually use a feeding opportunity, actually. We could use this. Alright. Nibbles. You walk over to the quivering mess and mere minutes ago thought himself to fit the stuff. Before he can react, you slap the gun out of his hand, lean in and smile. Hi. Half a second later, your fangs are already halfway into the windpipe. The blood tastes sour with a hint of cowardice and regret. Could have gone out of a bang, chose to go out with a gurgle. With the SI operative taken care of, you turn your attention to the container standing on the cart. Using the combined strength, you make quick work of the steel door. As you walk in, the moonlight from behind you illuminates a twisted figure holding. I believe that this thin line before you, beaten and tortured with an inch of its own life, is the same creature you fought back at the cemetery. What the fuck is that thing? Number 1, the boogeyman. Number 2, it's what you refuse to believe. Or number 3, it's what happens when you lose control. Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Oh, ow, my finger really hurts. You get to pick from number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm gonna use a drink actually. Whilst I wait for an end, I'm gonna quickly pour myself a drink. I guess in some weird sense, this playthrough and the Rogue Trader playthrough, they're kind of like co-op. I guess in a sense. It's what your sister warned you about, what you refuse to believe. His lips move silently as if searching for the right words. He looks at you and turns to his sister as if waiting for a sign. But Nick, I will actually go more information, I think, about my New Year plans on New Year's Day itself. Because I get the feeling I'm going to be getting a game I've been looking forward to, and as well, the one I said that if I got, I would stream it after New Year. So New Year's Day will be when I stream it, which is, believe it or not, in 8 days' time. It's gone by so quick. For a moment, Amita stands there. She looks down at the scarred one. Once fearful boogeyman, which is very venture could strike her into the heart of the tribe, now reduced to one power of flesh. Finally, she turns you with a look of childish innocence, mixed with confusion. Then she looks back to the scarred one. You can tell she's lost. Damn, what the hell are you waiting for? Let's kill this thing and get out of here. Number 1, you're sure somehow gonna feel right. Number 2, he's right, it's what you came here to do. Or number 3, it's your choice, Tamika. Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3? Number 3. This is your choice. I can't make it for you. She turns at you with a look of pride and mixed desperation. I'm not asking you to. Do it, damn you. No, he deserves it. Hell, looks like you will be doing him a favour. Number 1, he made his choice a long time ago. You don't have to. Or number 2, whatever you do, there will be consequences. So which one? Number 1 or number 2? Number 2. Do what you will, just be ready to live with the consequences. Suddenly, the very air around you seems to thicken. You look over at Tamika. She's not quivering anymore. She walks up to the scarred one. The pitiful creature possessed itself into a corner, then, desperate and futile, attempt to crawl away. Oh. Without a word, she grabs the creature by its ears, sinking her claws into the sides of its head. She looks him dead in the eyes, her voice surprisingly warm and more soothing. You can rest now, brother. Wait. Is that really her brother, or is that just something that she calls him because of the Gengar tribe-like style thing? In one fluid motion, she twists his neck off his shoulders. The snapping of the sound both sickening and satisfying. The empty husk of once fearful beast falls on the floor like a slab of meat. Jesus damn, that was... What the hell was that? Number 1, the beast, or number 2, closure? Which one, number 1 or number 2? I put the wrong amount of fingers up then for number 1. 2. Number 1 or number 2? It's number 1 or number 2? Oh, my vision a bit blurry then. number 1. The beast. Standing outside the steel container, the 3 of you take a moment to gather your thoughts. You look at one another, blood staining your hands, clothes, and faces. The pale moonlight appears black and shiny, like a flashing stain on the flesh of paper. Without another word, you head back towards the light. Your journey back takes longer than it did in the other direction. With bits and pieces of the second edition still stuck on your clothes, you decide to play it safe by sticking to back hours and cutting through darker corners of the city. Tamika stays several steps ahead, but both you and Raoul are quite content following her lead. You can tell that these last few nights have taken a toll on her, but not necessarily in a bad way. She seems stronger, somehow confident, more in tune with herself. Soon the awkward silence proves unbearable enough that you're willing to risk making small talk with Raoul. Number 1, I'm still not sure what happened back there. Number 2, you think she's gonna be alright. Or number 3, you think she made the right choice. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Which one then? Number 1, number 2, number 3, you get to pick. It's gonna be ending. I get the feeling this is gonna be near the end of this activity that we've picked on here. I think it feels like it's winding down, ready to let your character rest for the night. I think it feels like it's going in that direction, but I'm not too fully sure. I could be wrong because I haven't reached as far into the game before. This is all new. After night 3 or 4, it all became completely new. Or night 2, I'm not too sure. Because my first save, I didn't get that far because I got sidetracked with other things. So which one, Archmagus? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Oh, number one. Okay. I'm still not sure, still not sure what happened back there. You wouldn't. It's not something one of your leaders would understand. Our leader has a relationship with the beast. We can either let control or be attuned to it. It's a constant struggle, marked with difficult choices. I think Tam just made one of them. Wondering what you've just heard, the rest of it barely registers. The other person suddenly finds herself back by the prospect. Tamika keeps walking. She strides through the park gate like a queen of old, returning after Victoria's conquest. You want to call out to her, but Val stops you with a gesture. Not yet. Give her some time to process all this shit. She'll let you know when she's ready. And hey, you know right. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still an asshole, but yeah, thanks. He smiles at you, wonders never cease. See you around. And with that, he follows in his sister's footsteps. A weird smile creeps onto your face, you meld into the New York night. Alright, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna rest, and then we're gonna save and quit. Right, we're gonna save and quit here. We're on night 14. That means we have, this is the third to last night. So what I'm gonna do, next time I stream this, I'm going to stream to get to the end. So that's the plan. Oh, that was the first one, yeah. Night 4. So yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna... true. Most likely not. Well, I don't know the ending, but it sounds like there's multiple endings. But yes, so all I'm gonna say is now we're gonna end the stream there. We're gonna try and complete this game the next time we stream this. But tomorrow night, Christmas Day night, going to be doing the second half of the request given by Archmagus, which is going to be a Cyberpunk 2077. However, I'm going to be doing this in the fashion of Red. So, we're not going to use cars. Well, we might do, I'm not too sure. We might not use cars. I'm going to get the character to Watson, so the little apartment I have there. And we're basically going to try and do what my solo character Kuro would do in Night City. So we're gonna do like the day and night of my solo Kuro. Yeah. And we're gonna see how that goes. I'm not too sure it's gonna be. I'm hoping to make it very, I'm not too sure yet. But that's what I plan to do to begin with. Next time I stream Cyberpunk in 77 is to do a Cyberpunk Red-esque style one. Yes. I just realised I needed to order some Cyberpunk dice sometime. But then again, I do remember there are some arriving from UAC Matrix, I believe. Yes, I still remember that. But alright then. So for me, that matter, thank you very much for watching. It reminds me, I do some more typing to get in my character, written into the character sheet. Yeah, I'm a little puzzled in some of the bits, but hopefully it should be a bit easier. Alright then. So catch me in the next stream, it's going to be tomorrow, where we're just going to do like the day and night of Solo Kuro. Alright folks, catch me then.